Okay, had to come back again. Some reason something went wrong. Had a bit of a fluke where the camera somehow got stuck, or stream got stuck in some kind of time continuous loop, and I had to go upstairs on my main computer upstairs and delete the entire video. Come back in again. All right. So first things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Illuminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 9. Yes, times 9 now, because I think next week I will have hopefully a 100-inch 16:9 or a 235.1, depending on what projector I'm going to use on the screen. The ARL, or ambient light rejection 9 wallpaper projection screen. This is the actually transparent version of it. This is actually a smaller sample sheet of it, showing you exactly how powerful the ambient light is on the technology. Can be used in fully lit environments without a problem. Keep in mind, I'm going to show you my projector. So this is the projector we're using in the demonstration, which is my Panasonic projector. This is the model of yourself. It is a P1 AE2000U. This projector is only at 1500 lumens. That is it. So I got to run into the PS4. I'm going to be getting a 100-inch upstairs for my gaming room very soon. Can't wait. Happy, happy, joy, joy on that one. So let's go over here. Let's pull up some menus on here on the PS4 dashboard, just to show you how amazing the screen is. Fully lit environment, and keep in mind that it's only 10% done. So I will have a prototype upstairs. So let's go over here. Let's go over to YouTube. Now with this technology, this is much, it's a 9. It's sporting an ambient light rejection technology gain times 9. This is the reason why it's sitting here at 1500 lumens with all this surrounding light hitting the screen, and the screen's not washing out or fading. Let's go pull up, let's see. And keep in mind, these screens can be cut and customized. I had to cut the screen so it would fit in that little spot right there. So very easy to cut, very easy to customize. This is the first time I got a chance to test the surface out on different levels, on cutting the screen, trimming it. We got to test it for weatherproof, because these screens are actually front and rear. So if you have like an outer box for your projector, you can actually curve the screen outside by your, I don't know, swimming pool, or wherever you may have it, and you can watch movies off it right out there. Like I said, they can be cut and customized. I may cut a smaller piece out of this for a 50 lumen projector. Sorry, there's no sound due to the fact that the projector I'm using does not have an audio source. You have to have an outside audio source in order to do so. But I just want to show you how deep and how beautiful the colors are on a screen that's completely transparent. Let's go and I want to grab something, let me see. I saw some beautiful butterflies. I do enough fish. I want to do some pretty butterflies. Let's do this right here. And I'll bring up the camera just a little bit more, a little closer up, so you can get a better look at the screen. I want to be helping you get those windows too at the same time. I want you to see the window light coming and everything at the same time. Okay, let me see what we got to do here to get you in that right spot, because I want you to be able to see everything. There you go. I think it's a good spot right there. Now this is the bright, besides the 10 hasn't even been tested yet. I haven't had a chance. There is a 10 downstairs in the basement. Matter of fact, we flashed it quite a few times, but I don't think people realize exactly what it was. There's several different versions of the 9. 9 has an invisible version, which you're seeing right here. And then they have another version that has that weird kind of changing screen where it looks, 1 minute it looks black, the next one's kind of gold or bronze or whatever. That's the other form of the technology also. Now, even though you're seeing a solid image on the screen, I want to show you something really quick. Let's come over here and let's pause my projector. Actually pause the video really quick. I'm going to show you something really interesting. It doesn't give off a ghostly effect, which I'm kind of happy about, because usually when you're dealing with a rear projection screen, you kind of get a ghostly kind of look to it. I can show you exactly how transparent the technology is. As you can see, it looks like a solid image right here. I'm going to take my, go right behind the back of the screen just to show you how transparent they are. You're not going to get like a ghostly kind of image where the screen kind of looks a little fake. It's going to give you a solid background image if you were projecting on a wall. And one of the hardest things usable technology to be able to do is to pick up angle gain. They have a very hard time trying to pick up an image. But we're going to let this room fill up with light using our 1500 lumen projector and keep it going. All right. Make sure you see how much light we have in the environment, and pull this back so you can see how much light we have in the environment. And this is at 1500 lumen. Later on, I have a 1000 lumen projector and a 50 lumen upstairs. I'm going to do some demonstrations on that one too also. Okay. All right, let's come out of this one. I saw some really beautiful fish. Let me see. I was actually showing this off on a site. Like I said, I go to forum sites and I show off some of the stuff we're working on. And one of the forum sites, I was actually displaying the screen. They actually literally thought the screen, I didn't know the screen was transparent until I took the menu and swung it back and forth through the screen. And that's when it was a transparent screen that actually can show a solid image. Now, this technology will not be available until probably around midsummer. It is actually contracted, which means the contract negotiations that we are actually in the middle of, this technology. Look how beautiful that looks. Oh man, it looks just like a TV. I think the next one I'm gonna do TV like projection screen, because and this is at 1500 lumens on the projector. If I hit this screen with 25, and yet, I got a 2500 lumen projector, a laser over there. We got a laser over there. So keep in mind at 1500 lumens, it's producing an image in a fully lit environment. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. This is nice. Some nice beautiful flowers. Hopefully we get some sunlight in here and we can brighten this area up a little better. Yes, we do got sunlight coming in. We have our overhead lights on. My dimmers are all the way up. Then once we get more light in the environment, we'll start opening up a few curtains. I have the sun coming in right over there. That's when my sun starts peeking in. You'll see it because see the screen right there? It's going to hit the side of that screen and right down the side of that strip right there. So that's when you start seeing this room really start to fill up with some light. This is what I mean by I was not joking. These screens right here, 9 and 10, are the Widowmakers. There is no screen that's going to ever be able to defeat what these screens can do. We have a screen right now we're working on that may take a hit from direct sunlight. I think a 10 may have the ability to take on sunlight. So you're watching at 1500 lumens, a fully lit environment with sun actually piercing through the windows, and it's maintaining color without the screen fading out or washing. Now, it looks like it's gray. If you look at it, it's not. It's a smoke black technology that's actually embedded into the plexiglass. So it is using black technology, but we call it smoke. It's something that we developed that allows the screen to be able to produce higher white levels, brighter colors, and on top of that, contrast at the same time, but also maintaining a beautiful image with bright colors without fading and washing. Let's stack back and show you how much light we already have in the environment. Get a shot of the window light pushing through. I want to get a little shot of the sunlight coming through my window. Oh man, I'm blind. I'm gonna go back and grab myself something to eat. This video is actually, keep in mind, these demonstrations are being done for future contracts, future negotiation contracts that we'll be working on for the new technology. So not only is this demonstration important for you to see, but it's also important for people that we are going to be actually distributing these screens for major contracts. Yeah, but to get dark here from sunlight, that's amazing. There's no point in explaining it, they want to understand. Many people want to understand what that kind of technology is like. That doesn't make a difference. The technology is already contracted, so since it's already contracted, it really doesn't make a difference. It's still going to be on the market regardless. We need this for documentation. So regardless, it's going to be on the market. That's good tea. Look, look at that underwater ocean. Let me get from here to here. All right, so basically right now I'm just checking out and seeing exactly how much ambient light the screen's going to be to take in. Make sure the colors don't change. Let's put some blue fish. Okay. So to see how much light the screen's going to be to take in, how much window light. So we'll go back. I want the flowers instead. I think I want something nice and bright with flowers. There we go. I want a little bit more piercing light. How much more light? Ooh, man, we got a good shot right there. There we go. Let's see. Pretty soon all these windows will be activating with sunlight. So these are going to be considered the window makers, which means bottom line is it's a technology that we're developing that pretty much, I don't think too many screens are going to be to do some of the demonstration tests we're going to have under this technology. I cannot wait to get this outside to see what this thing is actually going to be able to do. Inside, this is easy. I have to see what the screen, how the screen is going to perform. So I think the best projector to test this on outside would be 1,000 lumens. 43 would be too easy for it. Let's see how much light we have in the environment already. At 10%, man, this thing's at 100%. Oh my God, I cannot wait to finish the rest of the work on this project. At 100%, this is only 10% at 100%. Imagine we got 10% on 1,500 lumens. Can you imagine 100% on a 5,000 lumen projector? This thing may be to take on sunlight. Come back here and sit and look at this. So this video is going to be sent over to a contract we have going on right now. And they may be buying the rights for this one. I might sell the rights for this technology right here. Man, that's good. We need more window light though. It's a little too. Okay, so we got a little window light, some sunlight coming in on this side. That's what I love about this house. This is what I love the most about this house. Windows, man. This house is filled with so many windows. If you're going to test something in ambient light, this place is the place to do it. And all I got to do now is I got to get some privacy curtains for these right here, because that actually meets up with my neighbor's windows across from the other end. That's why I don't have those open. I really don't feel like seeing anybody on the other end. But these right here kind of miss. Show you how much light for the screen. As if you notice, my windows, if you look at them, if I need to open my windows up, my blinds are shut. Let's open up the windows and see what happens. Add some more light in the environment. So I'm gonna come over here. We're gonna add more window light in here on a transparent screen. This one I'm not gonna open because I don't want to be sitting there looking at my neighbors, but I'll take this one. It's open. More. Some more light in here. There we go. Okay. Now we got the. Told you we don't tippy toe test over here. You're watching technology that we developed about 4 days ago, and this is the second ambient light rejection test we're doing on it right now, in morning hours in a fully lit environment. On our projector at 1500 lumens. And check it out. There's my Panasonic right there. They're 1500 lumens. So majority of you are using ultra short throws at 3600 lumens, 3000 lumens, and 2500 lumens. Ultra short throw on this at 2500 lumens would look insane. As you can see right here, you got sunlight cascading across the top. I'll put you right there. My neighbor's supposed to be thinking, what the freak is he doing? Ah, man. Her up. I got plenty of light pushing through. Let's get some more sunlight. Look at the sunlight that's pushing through. See across that table? The light is pushing across the table. Now, coming to the 9 and 10, we're going to actually do challenges on this technology. We're going to have anybody match any one of the demonstrations on these screens. And by next week, I'm going to have a 116:9 screen just like that sitting in my gaming room. Oh, it's going to be sweet. I'm telling you, it's going to be sweet. Now, mine will be about 50% done because it says mine will be a prototype. And for those of you wondering, is it rear projection? Yes, it is a rear projection screen. This is an actual physical screen. It is not a screen paint coating. So I want you to look at the screen. As you can see, a solid image. Where is the remote control? Yes, it shows a solid background. Usually, like I said, when you're dealing with invisible screens, the problem you have is that it gives off a ghost effect. Like the screen looks faded. This shows a solid background, as if you were projecting it off a wall. But it's actually invisible. Let's sit back here and drink my hot cup of tea. So let's see how long it takes to wash it. We're looking for the screen to flaw. That's what we want. Because that allows me to see whatever needs to be fixed or improved. I can go from there. Just to show you how much light's in the environment. Anywhere I move that stand, that screen is supposed to pop up without washing out. So we'll have to do some demonstrations outside next. Let's try to get something else. Let's see what we got else on here. My controller. Oh, by the way, there's the PS4 menu. Let's show you how amazing this looks. Now you see the wood in the background, solid background. And keep in mind, the screen is invisible. So it's showing a solid form, as it looks like you can't see through it, but you can actually can. Try to figure that one out. That is what you call very difficult to design. Now, when you start seeing these things in stores, because like I said, these screens are linked to contracts now. The same demonstration you're seeing right now, when I'm done this contract, it's going to video, excuse me, it's going to be forwarded over to, we're in contract negotiations to show them what we're working on next. And I keep everything as real as can be. Look at the contrast levels. I told you, screen is using something called, we call it invisible smoke technology. It's black. It doesn't look black, but the screen is tilting, it's black. So the reason why we're doing the 1500, because it just gives you an idea for anybody who may have a projector. We're going to do 1000 lumens next. But I want to give you an idea exactly how low you can go on a projector in a fully lit environment and worry about your screen washing out. Let me see, let's go over to, I'm going to do with an OLED. Hmm. 10% done, people. 10% done. That's it. This is beginning stage. Yeah, probably. That's a good idea. I like that. I actually like that. The bird's nest. As a matter of fact, I'm building a gaming room upstairs in the attic, and you know what? I'm going to use that. Thank you so much. That's interesting. I like that. Thank you. That, you know what? That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call the gaming room the bird's nest. That is a good idea. I like that. Thank you so much. Because right now, the top of the attic, I'm converting that into the ultimate PS5 gaming room. Right? That is a freaking. That's a good name. And here's a kicker about it. When you said bird's nest, birds sometimes get caught up there in the attic, and I gotta release them out the window. That is a freaking amazing idea. I'm gonna get a customized sign for that. What is your whatchamacallit? Your okay, 8-bit Nikki. I'm going to give you credit for that one, definitely. When I build the sign, I'm going to put your name right there, 8-bit Nikki, on that sign. Yeah, because I'm customizing a gaming room upstairs. That is a fantastic name. I'm actually going to put your name, 8-bit Nikki. This is 8-bit Nikki. I'm going to give you credit for that one. So anytime I show up the gaming room, I'm going to mention your name. That's a cool idea. No problem, no problem. That's the coolest idea ever. The bird's nest, and literally my last name is Bird. Well, B-Y-R-D, not B-I-R-D, but still. That is freaking cool. That's awesome. And it's so high up. The attic is literally so high up. That is so freaking cool. I was trying to figure out all week long, like trying to figure out what to really call the gaming room upstairs. Nikki comes in with an amazing idea. That was awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to call it the bird's nest. So here we are testing the ambient light rejection 9. This is the test transparent screen. We're testing it on ambient light to see exactly how much ambient light the screen will be able to take in before it actually starts to fade. Projector we're using in the demonstration is my Panasonic at 1500 lumens. Here we are, my Panasonic 1500 lumen projector. I'll put the model number and all the information of the specifications on that particular projector. It is a full 1080p projector, just want to add. I'm just trying to get as much light in as possible. We're at probably around 8 or 9 at the most. You know, I mean, I do get up kind of early, but I have to see how this thing is going to react. And sorry, we don't have sound because, like I said, this particular projector has to have a separate audio source. Let's go with, let me see. Right now I have my windows open. My neighbors absolutely think they think I'm bonkers. Because think about it. I mean, I'm sitting here with the windows open with a camera recording. They don't realize I actually build projection screens for a living. But I haven't told anybody in the neighborhood what I do because everybody out here has backyards. Literally everybody has a backyard out here. So my thing is, my wife is saying, well, it's good money, but then again, I'll never get a peace of mind because every time I'm recording or doing something in the backyard, I'm going to have somebody over asking me a ton of questions. So the less they know, the less they know. I might put a few up a little farther down. The next neighbor, I got a few friends over on the other side. I'll probably put screens up over there and we'll do some demonstrations over there. We're having some disconnect. Let me see if I can put this on my service, on my Verizon. Yeah, you're going to hear me say it a lot now. When I go upstairs, like, welcome to the bird's nest. Oh, yes. That's just a freaking awesome name. Let me see, let me go back here a minute. Okay. That is awesome. Let's see if we can find something. Let's see how this one comes up. Oh, we got to bring it back a little bit. The very beginning. See how this reacts. So I'm just trying to get all angles. So I don't want to get one angle. I have to move the camera around to see how it's reacting, how the light is actually, there's light actually wrapping around the screen. So I have to pull the camera around different angles to see how it's reacting in different areas. This is what we want from the 9. We want the 9 to have the 9s are very lightweight. They're very, 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 very lightweight. Very thin and very lightweight, but they don't tear or rip. They can be cut. I had to cut the screen so it fit in between this area right here. So it's cut. It's actually hanging up with a little bit of Scotch tape. So that's what it's hanging with. So they're very, very lightweight. So I want something when we develop these bigger screens, and these screens will be available. Keep in mind, for those who've been asking us for bigger screens, we have to get the machinery that actually processes these sheets of these screens. So once we obtain the machinery, we can make these in custom sizes. So say if you got like a 138, or you want 127, something weird, strange size that you may need to fit because the traditional size may not fit, we can customize the screen right there on the spot. That's why I've been working hard to try to get this machine. Actually, we will have it. We will have that machine. I'm talking to a financial company. The machine is not cheap, but I'm talking to a financial company on actually giving us the ability to be able to obtain that particular machinery that will allow us to do that. Because personally, I would love to have maybe, I would like to get maybe a 106-inch and a 235.1 in wallpaper. Oh, that'd be freaking sweet right there. So that's why these particular screens will have much larger sizes. The other one, we were at the mercy of the manufacturer, so we don't have a choice. And right now we don't have the funding to be able to get that particular piece of equipment. By end of this year, we will have more than enough to be able to purchase the machine with or without funding from the bank. And this will give me the ability to be able to custom size a wallpaper screen. So if somebody comes and say, hey, I want 168 or 178, something you're not going to find in traditional, we can actually cut it and design it right there on the spot and code it. Now, how the screens are going to be coded, yes, we're going to be doing something a little different when it comes to coding. So I'm actually going to be investing in the machinery that for custom coding cars, like they use for actually spraying cars, because I think a piece of equipment like that would be perfect, because we could do multiple screens, number one, and the machine itself would have the same consistency every single time. We can program it to have the same consistency of how much paint we want to apply to the surface, or how many coatings, or how many applications, and it's going to be done over and over and over again, without flaw. So that's what I'm actually, two things I'm actually working on right now: the surface that designs these particular sheets, and a machine used for actually coating cars, or car painting machine, or whatever they have. But I need one of those. And then we can start the fun stuff, as in designing wallpaper screens in different colors. So you can have something that matches your interior of your environment, to make them wood grain. Make them out of steel. I mean, the steel kind of design. Yeah, we're actually, there's some pretty cool stuff we're working on with this stuff. So let me come over here. Now, I'm really pouring into the environment. Man, where's the sun? Oh yeah, okay, I see. My neighbors that got their windows open on their side. People are pretty curious around here, so I guess I can see into the living room right now, and they're probably thinking, "What the freak is he doing?" Oh, when I finish the bird's nest, thank you so much. I'm telling you, I'm keeping that. The bird's nest, I'm going to, it's going to be all dedicated to PS. I'm a big PS4 fan, or 5, whatever. I'm buying every retro game system, posters, whatever, from the PS1 all the way up to the PS5. That entire area is going to be decorated. And I'm going to tron out the entire upstairs, because the way the upstairs is a design attic, has a kind of arch to it. So it's like the things are slanted, which is good and bad, because keep in mind I'm 5'11", so if I walk in the wrong direction, I'm getting decapitated. But other than that, it's cool the way it's designed, the way it's cut up there, because I can actually tron out the entire area. Which I'm going to put a lot of LED lights up there. I mean, a lot of freaking LED lights. Let's put in something. Let's see. Oh, this, we have to do this one. We have to do this one. Let's go back on this one. Let's go back. Because I like the black levels on this right here. Like the black levels on the horse. We have to go back to the very beginning and start it off from there. We had to see this right here. Let's get you a little closer. Now, if you notice, like I say, if you look at the screen, this is what's interesting about this technology. If you look at the screen, when I walk in front of it, it kind of comes off to look like it's gray, but it's not gray. It's actually an invisible black smoke we're using. This is the reason why the screen is pulling up contrast level. Now, you see the contrast level on the horse? See how well detailed it is? But the screen technically looks lighter, but it's a black screen. But like I said, this is the beginning stages of it. Still a lot of testing has to be done. It's not even finished. I think tomorrow we're going to start off with ultra short throw demonstrations. So I have a Sony down here and we have an Optima GT56. Purchase a lower lumen ultra short throw projector because the Sony 3100 lumens and the Optima GT56 is around 3600 lumens. So I need to find me an ultra short throw somewhere in the range of maybe 1500 lumens or maybe around 1600 lumens, around that range. So that's where we're right now. We're going to be hunting for low lumen projectors. So I want you to capture the window, which we should have more light in here. Where the freak is the sun? Ah, never mind. It's on the other side of the house. That's where it's at. I want you to look at this really carefully right here. This part I love the most. Look at her skin. Look how she's so. Oh, come on. Please stop that. All right, let's go back again. This is why I can't stand using controllers sometimes because it's what the hair triggers. All right, we'll do this again. Now it looks. You would never get it was a transparent screen. If you look at it, you would never believe that was transparent. That's what I like. That's what I find fascinating about it, because it doesn't give off a ghost appearance. It shows a solid image, just like you were hitting this against the wall. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. When people think they have our technology figured out, then we raise the bar even higher. Every time that someone's going to think they know our technology, we're going to raise the bar every single time. It'll take you years to catch up with us. And that's why we have people saying, oh, we could do the same thing. Oh, no, you can't. This tip of the item, this stuff we're working on is going to be better than this. Always working on something different. I got so many ideas going through my head right now on so many different ways I want to utilize this technology. This is going to be a physical formula that's going to be coded onto screens, which means we can develop and design any screen we want. And all we have to do is put this coding on it, and it becomes this kind of technology. And we can charge a cheaper price for it. Instead of you going out and spending $5,000 for a projection screen, we can build and manufacture our own screens. And all we have to do is code it with that chemical, and voila, just like that. Instant technology, that fast. Which means, keep in mind, Any other company is going to think the same thing too. If we buy them out, we can take their technology and code it into our screens and get much better screens. But we're not we're not interested in the whole sellout nonsense. We're not into that. The whole object is to bring out something that the customer can have an amazing screen without dealing with a bottom dollar screen. Let me go back and show you how much light we're pulling in our environment next to our screen. Like I said, at 10% and 1500 lumens, this is the second test that's being done on the technology. So keep in mind, I'm not expecting for the screen to actually be able to produce a perfect image. I'm expecting for it to flaw. Anytime you do tests, you're always looking for flaws, because flaws is what's going to improve the screen quality. Let me see if we can, oh, it's right here. We have to do this one. On that one, and let me see. I want to get something with more of a night sky to it. Once I get the, matter of fact, I have a 100-inch prototype coming to me next week. We'll do some gaming off that screen. Actually, the wallpaper screen upstairs is going to be replaced with that one. So I have to get ready to get set up for that one too. I'm going to remove the wallpaper screen upstairs and put the invisible up there. This is going to be upstairs instead. Let's try to get it from this view. Move over here. We have to get every angle. That's why you see me moving the camera back and forth, because I have to see how the screen's going to react. Keep in mind, all my windows behind me are open. So there's no dark. I don't like to do demonstrations where we have half the blinds open up or we have awnings blocking the light. No, the windows should be fully exposed. There should be as much light as possible entering the room. So this is outside. This is window and screen, including the overhead light I have up there. Let's go over here and let's take a walk back. Ah, yes, finally, some light. That's what I'm talking about. Bring it, bring it. Finally. Make the sun to pop up on our side. Man, I'm curious what this screen, this screen gonna look like when I blast it with that 4300 lumen projector sitting upstairs. And we're sitting over here on the Panasonic. Look, light's coming through. We're piercing. Yes. Where's my controller at? Over here. Getting some light coming up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love light, man. The more light, the better. Oh, ain't that the video I'm doing? Yeah, I hope my video is not that choppy. If it's that choppy, I'm gonna have to go back and pre-record this. So, if the video is coming up choppy, I do apologize. I'm probably gonna have to come in and do a pre-recording on again, which means I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow morning, because I can't do the pre-recording due to the fact that the sun is already up. Oh, wait. No, I can do a pre-recording at 12 noon because we have light in here. Like it's berserk how the light's in here at 12 noon. I'm gonna have to call Comcast down here, and they're gonna have to do something with the signal, because I need a better signal. Let me see something for a minute. Hold on. Let me just see this real quick. That's the camera taking a direct hit from sunlight in the room. That's how much light's in the room. That's a direct hit from sunlight and the environment. So that's how much light's piercing into the room. So there is physical window light in the environment. Right there on my floor, that's a Supreme 8 right there. And that's physical light hitting this light hitting the screen. So let's see how well lit the environment is back here. This is how much light the living room takes in by itself. Keep moving from side to side. Like I said, I have to see how the screen's going to react on just about every level. Let's bring it back a little farther. Let's show you how much that light right there is coming in. This is all the sunlight that's coming in to the window right now. So the room is actually starting to fill up with light. So next, we'll have to do some outside demonstrations too, because this technology will be developed for outside also too. Okay, so we're getting a little bit in there. Bring it back. Okay, we're getting a bit of discoloration, which is good. Don't worry, I'm looking for flaws. It's not want the screen to come out. It's good if the screen comes out perfect, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for anything that has to be improved. Keep in mind, the technology is only at 10%. So I need to see how the screen is going to react, how much light we can bring in, because keep in mind, customers are going to. So I have to make sure a 9 can do this, have the ability to be able to produce. Let's get some deep blues. Deep blues fade extremely fast. If I can maintain deep blues and a well-lit environment, that's a win-win right there. Get up close, so you can see the screen up close. You can see how it's maintaining despite all the light in the environment. Look around here. So we have to do a little bit more improvement on the angle gain. That's not a problem. But keep in mind, at 15, we're still at 1500 lumens. So that could increase with maybe, I mean, the average person is not going to have this much light pouring in their environment. We all know that. But still, I have to see. This is why it's important that those deep blues come up. And we're really taking in some light now. Yeah, we're taking in some light now. We got some light coming in. Look at this. Whoo, man. We got light pouring in now. Now we can really have some fun here. Let's see how far we can push this screen. Gotta keep them deep blues in the corner. Let me see. That's nice. That's still nice, but still, like I said, my next would have to do, since I'm doing 1500, I think my next what I would have to do is probably like, I think the next projector I have is 2500 lumen. It's laser. So we'll do that one next. And then we have I have a 37. And then the next one would be the big boy, which would be the 43. Hitting this with 4300 lumens is pretty much the screen's gonna go absolutely insane. I'm curious what this will look like on that Sony. You can see how much physical light is in contact. Okay. We just need the blues not to fade. That's what I'm looking for. No, that wasn't me. As my floor creaking. So I'm like, did you just break a wind? No, that was just floor creaking. Let's see, let's bring in something colorful. See if we get colors to fade. Not bad. Color fading. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, I've got to clean my freaking camera. Let me see. Let's try. So we're having, let's see. Yeah, it's the camera being affected. Hold on, I got to get somewhere where the sunlight's not going to direct and hit the camera. There we go. I just need a spot where the sunlight's hitting the camera. There we go. It's better. All right, you know what we're gonna do now? I'm pretty happy with this, but let's see if we nail this thing with a whopping 4,300 lumens and see what happens. Let's see how much light we have in the environment. All right, nice and bright. At 1,500 lumens, I think it did extremely good on a 1,500 lumen projector. This is the one I'm actually using in my demonstration. You can look it up for yourself. I think it did extremely good for 1,500 lumens. I think the next one, let's see what happens if we nail it with a 4,300 lumen projector. I'm kind of curious now. 43. Okay, come on. Let's play nice. Thank you. We'll put this on for the time being. And we'll do a projector swap out real quick. Let's swap out the projector real quick. And we're going to do 4,300 lumens. Get an idea how much light we have in the environment. All right, let's wait for the projector to power down. Let me see if I got an extra quarter cable I can use right now. Where's that one too? Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm just waiting for that one. Yeah, as of yesterday, we're not going to bring up the incident that happened yesterday anymore. I still can't get over, while I'm waiting for my projector to power down, I still can't believe this guy deleted his freaking eBay account. I still can't get over that. I'm shocked on that one, I really am. I never saw that one coming. But now we can't order the product anyway because basically we're blocked from everything. Because we went in, we placed the order again for another screen paint, and bottom line is he deleted his eBay account. And keep in mind, a lot of people don't realize we're actually talking on the phone. Me and Crow were actually having a conversation on the phone. We were talking. And he was telling me that he canceled my order. And I said, I wouldn't have done that if I were you, because we recorded us placing the order live. I didn't tell him we recorded place it live. I said he shouldn't have did it. When I came in and I got an email notification from PayPal saying the money was returned back to our account, and eBay was telling us that the seller had canceled our order. So that's when I posted and said, look, he doesn't want the product coming here at all costs. So he canceled our order and he gave us back our money. But he went a little farther than what I thought he was going to go through. I still can't believe he actually did it. So when I made the announcement that we were going to go back in and place the order again, he deleted his eBay account. If you go check out his eBay account, it's no longer there. He deleted it. So he was that terrified to not have that product come here that he deleted his entire account. So that's crazy. That's freaking crazy. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's crazy. I mean, there's no way to explain it. There's no way to explain it. Deleted your entire eBay account. So on our end, he's telling me he's out of stock. You can't be out of stock if you make that product, then the only way you'll be out of stock is you run out of resources. But other than that, you can't be out of stock. Now, if we have projectors, we sell projectors on the site. That VPL FH30 when I actually showed you, that's out of stock. The last one sold. We don't have any more. We had 1,000 of them. That's out of stock. But you can't be out of stock if it's something that you make. And I just found that baffling. Like, my friends were all talking about, like, why would you delete your eBay account because you don't want us buying the product? So just to be warned, if he's that paranoid about us getting his product over here, then the problem you're going to have, anyone placing the order through this fellow is going to have to go through a freaking bit of a witch hunt, because he's not going to know whether it's us or somebody else that may be purchasing his product, and he may ask you a bunch of freaking random questions that may end up into a bit of a cloak and dagger display, because I have never seen anybody cancel an order that fast. A minute after we made the order, he canceled it, and no sooner than that, he deleted his account to make sure that I couldn't get in or anybody else couldn't get in. There's a fellow in the room by the may have had an incident where maybe the shopping cart might have glitched. So I had somebody over at I had somebody over at just real quick. I had somebody over in the room that we're doing the chat in. I had him go in and check the account, and he said no, the listing's not there. So he really removed his listing. He deleted his account. Okay, let me see. Let's shrink a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get the side of the screen. Get my hand up. So that was crazy. But we have no interest in getting his paints. I mean, if he wants to put his account back up, go put your account back up. We're not interested in it at all. Right now, I have to concentrate on the 9 and 10 because, like I said, I have contracts for this. Hold on for a minute. Let me move this out of the way, too. So you can get an idea of the difference between our technology and the white wall. All right, let me see. This is why I need to get myself, I have one here. I have an extended long throw. Now, extended long throws, I love those fly. Get the freak out of my shot. Extended long throws, I like them because I can actually pull that projector back, because I have to do a distance throw on the screen. So the extended long throw allowed me to pull back 18 feet to get 100 inches out of the screen. So that's why I have a projector designed for that. I actually showed the demonstration of showing off the projector. I was changing out the lens. Certain projectors will allow you to put in an extended long throw. And that's what I have to use for that. Because keep in mind, even though these demonstrations are kind of fresh, we have to do a distance throw on the screen. How far can we pull back a projector before the screen starts to actually start to deteriorate? So all those tests have to be done. There we go. So I don't mind showing you this. This is just basically some of the demonstrations that we do every day. There we go. That's what I like about lens shift. That's the one thing I love about lens shift right there. All right, so right there, 4,300 lumens on my Sony projector. As I told you before, we're doing the demonstrations to start off at 1,500 lumens in a fully lit environment. So that lets us know that the minimum, we can probably get away less than that. Because keep in mind, this is more than ambient light in the environment. It's just tons of light shooting through the windows. Let me go back and get that controller too. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't do this yesterday, because yesterday I had some real horrible migraines yesterday. Let me see. So all we're doing is test at 10% just to see how the screen is reacting. So we'll do some demonstration. Now, this is straight up from 43. We have a 2800 lumen here. We have 25, and we have some other in between that we're going to do also too. And the same environment, the same kind of lighting. Now, keep in mind, those are using ultra too. Like I said, I have several upstairs. We'll do those demonstrations also too. I just want to see how the screen is going to react, especially with the high amount of lumens. But keep in mind how much ambient light and sunlight is actually piercing the environment. Look at my projector right there. There's actually sunlight piercing my projector. Now, if you're using ultra short throw, keep in mind the distance doesn't have to travel that far. So if you're in this environment, oh, I can't wait to do the demonstration. Here, we're going to hopefully we get a sunny day. And we're going to basically illuminate this entire area. I might get some lamps down here, whatever, a little bit more. And we'll illuminate this entire area. So you can see, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp from the camera, to apologize. You can see where the sunlight is coming through the window here, and it's making contact across the screen here. So it's brushing up against the screen. It's hitting the screen. But with ultra short throw, keep in mind, ultra short throw is going to be at a short distance. So like about a foot away from the screen, maybe less than that, at 36 or 3,000 lumens. Keep in mind, we did this at 1,500 lumens at around 8 feet back. If we do this at ultra short throw at around somewhere between 1 inch away from the screen, that means you'll be able to pull up an image and an environment just like this in your home using this technology. I wouldn't have all your windows open because your neighbors would think there's something wrong with those people. Why are the windows open? What is wrong with them? I'll put the screen up close. We see it's maintaining. But yeah, that's the last time we're going to talk about that anymore. I'm done. After seeing that display yesterday, I'm done. I didn't think anybody would go that lengths to keep us from touching their stuff, but we got other things to do. We got bigger fish to fry. Right now, I have to do another promo demonstration like this, but no, I can't talk on it at all. So that's the one I got to send to for our contracts, because now, like I said, next year, you very well will see a motorized projection screen, fixed frame screen with our logo attached to it. And it will be backed by some major companies that are interested in incorporating this technology into the next level. So that's what we need to concentrate on right now. All right, let's go and grab, let's see. Oh, it's doing a burning fireplace. Oh, can we kind of like get on with the fire? Okay, there we go. Burning fireplace. People, if you ever want to put a fireplace in your living room, this is how you do it. Virtual fireplace. Virtual fireplace. I wish I had marshmallows right now. All right, that's easy to do. Let's just try something else, a little bit more complicated. Let's try. Let's see. Right over here. I have to have all angles. You get some of the light that's coming in from the window on this side. I'm curious, can it take a hit from direct sunlight? That's what I'm interested. I'm going to find out. Now, I did a demonstration where I actually had, I thought I just stepped on my freaking power surge. I did a demonstration where I had it up in the window. Now, the interesting about these screens, like I said, one of the plus sides is if you're using this for window advertising, you can actually tape this into your window and it will actually, it's front and rear. You have the ability to actually project images onto your glass without painting your glass. Real quick, that is freaking insane. That was me, I'd have been murdered by then. Let's do a LG Foods. Anything with the LG Foods. Let me see something for a minute. Make sure this is, there we go, we're a little bit out. There we go. A little bit more work in there. See it right there? There we go. Keep in mind the projector is 43, so even when 4300 lumens, we have to look for anything that may come up on a glare on the screen. So that right there, I know exactly what we have to put in there to tone that one down a bit. I'm going to step back and show you how much light, ouch, just tripped over that massive projector, how much light the environment is taking in. So you can see how much light that's pushing in there. Okay, let's go back over here. So if the weather is good today, we'll go out and we'll do an outdoor demonstration too. We'll have to do that on, I I have to do it on I have to do it on 1,000 lumens. I can't do it on 43 because that'd be cheating. So I have to do it on 1,000 lumens. So we have one around here. We have a beat up projector. And yes, we're going to test this on cheap projectors too. The non-name brand projectors. We're going to test on that too also. Those who've been asking about non-name brand projectors, even though we don't support them, we'll see how it reacts to it. Let's see how much light is hitting the screen. Here's another angle here because I want you to be able to see the screen plus the windows at the same time that are making contact with the screen. So keep in mind where my windows sit, they come from here all the way across. So the light pours right across the screen and hits. 12 o'clock, this area is going to be very well lit. And that's when I'll come down and do another demonstration on that also. Around 12 o'clock, this area should be very well lit. Okay, let's see. One thing else we get done there. And I'll put you up nice and close. Just to show you how much light's in the environment. Darn, I had to hit that projector twice. There's my projector being hit with ambient light. The sofa being hit with ambient light. The whole entire area is all illuminated now with light now. Stand. So I still should be able to see it every time I step back. I should be able to see that screen. Now the projector we're going to use for the distance throw, let me show you what it's going to look like. With this particular projector, I can push the screen. We're going to have the screen here. The screen's going to be all the way over there where the shipping boxes are at over there. This will be inside. All this will be well lit. This entire area gets very well lit. Plenty of light in the environment. We have to use a particular form of projector. If I use the projector I have here, what's going to happen is pulling it back this far, it's going to expand the image out and it's going to cover everything. I need a lens that's going to be able to pinpoint all the way down there, narrow shot, and hit that screen without expanding all around. This is what we use right here to do the demonstrations on. This is a particular special projector with a special lens on the front of it. This is called an extended long throw lens. And this will allow me to be able to project an image at a distance and keep it at a narrow to be able to hit and pinpoint the screen without expanding every place else in the environment. That's what we use for long throws. We do those demonstrations. So this screen would have to be sitting back anywhere between 21 feet inside. Outside we'll probably do about 25. My backyard is pretty big, so from a length from my driveway I can get anywhere from 30, maybe 30 feet back. So there's other demonstrations we're going to be doing also too, because like I said, because it's a front and rear screen, we're going to keep in mind the surface itself. We had to make sure the surface itself was actually a form of mold and mildew resistance. We don't have to worry about the surface. It doesn't crack. You can crack one, but this screen is very flexible. I'll take it off the wall and roll it up to show you how flexible it is. So, and on top of that, like I said, to have a screen to be able to produce a solid background when we can easily just make it transparent. I love this. This is the part I love about the screen the most. That is fact it's showing that solid background. You can see this. See the fish moving all in the background back here? All right, I'm going to knock off my projector. And I'm going to show you something. There it is. Very easy, very flexible. Let me get my phone off of here real quick because I'm using you with the stand at the same time. It's black. But we call it smoke. They look gray when you stare at them. When you look at them head on, they look gray. But the screen is actually black. So I said that new kind of technology we're developing, that the screen looks one color but reverses to another color. That's the stuff. That's what the Supreme 9 has. Supreme 9 has, well, I actually can't call it Supreme 9. It's an AR-9 right now. That 9 has the ability to be able to reflect the light. It changes. Just like when you're looking at that screen, they look gray. You get over top of them, that screen is black. It's got the invisible smoke technology applied to it. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration on showing you the things that are coming up next for 2020. It's going to be an amazing summer. And one thing I can't wait is the inflatable projection screens. Oh, I'm so excited about that because I'm going to get a 240 in the backyard. I can't wait to set it up for the young kids. So actually, we have our younglings coming over, which is my god kids, and they're going to have a ball out of it. What I'm going to actually design, okay, I have to tell you about the design later, what I'm doing. It is going to be something really cool, actually, what I'm setting up in the backyard. And we're not going to do movie chairs. We're going to do, oh, I can't tell you what it is. You just have to wait and find out. All right, I got to go. God bless.